Today's global landscape is characterized by a multipolar dynamic, signaling an end to any single entity's monopoly on imposing sanctions. The West's exclusive ability to enforce such measures has diminished, making way for new players like China and Russia to exercise similar powers. Tracing back to December 20, 1951, we witnessed the birth of the first nuclear reactor capable of generating electricity, although it wasn't until 1953 that it was harnessed for large-scale electricity production in the US. This innovation sparked a global race towards nuclear reactor technology. However, a key ingredient for this advancement is uranium, a costly and scarce resource. A handful of countries, including Russia, China, and some African nations, possess significant uranium reserves. Notably, China ranks as the 8th largest uranium producer globally, making it a pivotal source for high-quality uranium. In the realm of geopolitics, as sanctions have become a two-way street. With the United States imposing sanctions, China and Russia have countered by restricting access to this vital component, essential not only for clean energy, but also for atomic weapons. This move represents a significant challenge to the U.S. energy sector, raising critical questions about future strategies and dependencies. It is important to emphasize that sanctioning powerhouse nations like Russia and China is not without consequences. Such actions often provoke reciprocal measures, as clearly demonstrated in this case, underscoring the complexities and interdependencies in international relations and global energy politics. Welcome back of another interesting chapter of our channel. Inventive Insights makes you discover the unfolding narrative of China's inventive ventures and expanding impact across various global regions if you're exploring our channel for the first time and have an interest in the dynamic progression of China's evolution. And increasing clutter content will surely captivate you. Please subscribe, like, and comment. In this video, we delve into the reasons why countries are increasingly backing China's vision of a multipolar world. And we'll discuss the benefits of such a world structure. Stay with us until the end of the video to find out whether the United States has the ability to halt this emerging global trend. Let's get to it. YouTube videos. We've delved into the escalating tensions in global politics, witnessing a significant shift with the latest developments involving major powers like Russia, China, and the United States. These changes are especially pertinent in the realm of critical resources, with uranium taking center stage. Uranium, an essential element for nuclear energy and power generation, has become a focal point in a complex geopolitical chess game. This situation has far-reaching implications for international relations, energy security, and global market dynamics. A significant development in this arena is the announcement by GSC Technip, a leading Russian uranium exporter, about a possible ban on uranium exports to the United States. This potential embargo is seen as a retaliatory measure against earlier restrictions imposed by the U.S. The news, initially reported by Our News, cites an informed source and underscores the complexities of the current geopolitical landscape. It's a reminder of how interconnected and fragile international trade relations are, especially concerning critical resources like uranium. Major American electric companies, including Constellation Energy Corp., Duke Energy Corp., and Dominion Energy Inc., have been apprised of this development. However, Russian authorities have not yet finalized their decision on the export restriction, indicating the fluid nature of international diplomacy and trade. Complicating matters further, China has also entered the fray by imposing sanctions on uranium exports to the U.S. This move adds another layer to the intricate global uranium supply dynamics, impacting the U.S.'s ability to secure a steady supply of this vital resource. The potential ban by Russia is set to take effect 90 days after its enactment, creating a significant deadline for us energy companies to reassess their uranium supply chains. This development is particularly poignant given recent actions by the United States House of Representatives, which passed a law prohibiting the import of Russian uranium until 2040. These restrictions represent a long-term shift in U.S. policy and its approach to sourcing critical energy resources. The context of these developments is enriched by the recent increase in U.S. uranium purchases from Russia. In October 2023, the U.S. notably tripled its uranium imports from Russia, making the country the second largest supplier of this resource to the U.S. after Britain. This increase underscores the strategic importance of Russian uranium. In the U.S. energy mix, the potential embargo presents a significant challenge for American energy companies. If Russia proceeds with this sanction, it would force the U.S. to seek alternative sources for its uranium needs, affecting not only the energy sector, but also broader implications for international trade, diplomatic relations, and strategic alliances. With the expansion of this topic, the script would delve deeper into the various dimensions of this complex situation. This includes examining the historical context of uranium trade, the role of international regulatory bodies, the environmental considerations linked to nuclear energy, the strategies of other global players in the uranium market, and the potential future scenarios in this evolving geopolitical landscape. The expanded script would also feature in-depth analysis and opinions from experts in international relations, trade, energy policy, and environmental studies. This would provide a comprehensive understanding of the multifaceted implications of the uranium trade dynamics and the sanctions imposed by key global players. An examination of the global uranium market dynamics would be essential. This includes the roles of major uranium-producing countries, the impact of these developments on global uranium prices and availability, and the potential responses of countries and companies affected by these changes. The strategic responses of the U.S. and its allies will be crucial in determining the future landscape of global energy security. Diversifying uranium sources, increasing investments in alternative energy sources, and strengthening diplomatic efforts to mitigate the impact of these sanctions will be pivotal. The geopolitical implications of these uranium trade dynamics are profound. The U.S., Russia, and China as key players on the global stage reflect broader strategic interests and diplomatic postures in their actions in the uranium market. The role of international organizations and regulatory bodies in mediating and managing these trade disputes is significant. Entities such as the International Atomic Energy Agency, IDEA, the World Trade Organization, WTO, and various regional alliances may be called upon to play a role in resolving these issues. They ensure compliance with international norms and maintain stability in the global nuclear energy landscape. Cost and reliance of many countries on nuclear power for their energy needs makes the availability and price of uranium a matter of significant concern. The potential scarcity or price inflation of uranium could force nations to reassess their energy strategies, possibly accelerating the transition to alternative energy sources. This shift could have a profound impact on global efforts to combat climate change, as countries may need to balance their energy needs with their environmental commitments. China's entry into the uranium sanction game adds a new dimension to the situation. The motivations behind China's decision, its impact on the global uranium supply, and the potential responses from other nations will be analyzed. The script will explore how China's actions are influenced by its broader geopolitical objectives and the implications for its relations with the U.S. and other major powers. The U.S., for instance, will have to navigate the challenge of finding reliable and sustainable sources of uranium. This situation could lead to increased investment in domestic uranium mining, exploration of new uranium deposits, or the development of alternative technologies like thorium-based nuclear reactors. Such developments could reshape the landscape of the nuclear energy sector globally. The U.S., Russia, and China, as key players on the world stage, have their actions in the realm of uranium trade deeply intertwined with broader geopolitical strategies. This situation could potentially lead to a realignment of international alliances, with countries reassessing their foreign policy and trade partnerships based on energy security considerations. The role of international diplomacy and negotiation in addressing these challenges is crucial. Diplomatic channels may be utilized to de-escalate tensions, negotiate trade agreements, or even develop joint initiatives to ensure a stable and secure supply of uranium worldwide. These negotiations will likely involve a complex web of interests, including energy security, economic development, and strategic balance. The importance of regulatory frameworks and international oversight in managing global trade and ensuring compliance with international norms is highlighted. The involvement of organizations like the World Trade Organization and other international bodies could be pivotal in mediating these disputes and maintaining a stable global trade environment. From an economic perspective, these developments have far-reaching implications. Being potential disruption in uranium supply could impact the energy sector, affecting everything from electricity prices to the economic viability of nuclear power plants. It could also influence global investment trends, with investors potentially reassessing their portfolio in the energy sector based on these geopolitical developments. Furthermore, these events underscore the interconnected nature of global markets. The decisions made by a few key players can have ripple effects across the world, affecting countries and industries in complex and sometimes unexpected ways. This interdependence calls for a coordinated and comprehensive approach to global governance and trade policies. The uranium trade situation also has implications for nuclear non-proliferation efforts. The regulation of uranium trade is closely linked to international efforts to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. Any shifts in uranium trade policies need to be carefully managed to ensure that they do not undermine global non-proliferation frameworks. This requires a delicate balance between meeting energy needs and maintaining strict controls on nuclear materials. These challenges. It is essential for countries and international organizations to work collaboratively to find solutions that address the immediate concerns of energy security, while also considering the long-term implications for global stability and prosperity. This might involve developing new frameworks for international cooperation in the energy sector, investing in research and development of alternative energy sources, and strengthening mechanisms for dialogue and conflict resolution. The potential bans and sanctions on uranium exports by Russia and China to the US are not just an issue of energy policy, but a complex puzzle involving economic, diplomatic, strategic, and environmental considerations. The manner in which these challenges are addressed will have significant implications for the future of global energy security, international relations, and the stability of the international order. As this situation evolves, it will be important to monitor the various responses and strategies adopted by key players, as well as the role of international organizations in facilitating a balanced and effective resolution to these challenges. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video, and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenal China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.